All right. All right, what's going on? It's Clay with Pivotal Defense. I'm here with Jason from WyoTac. Man, I appreciate your time. We did some rifle stuff with you yesterday, but what is it you actually do and offer to your students?
So a little bit of everything. I primarily do defensive pistol and obviously the rifle. I'm really passionate about rifle, especially long range. I both as an educator and as a competitor. I shoot everything from ELR, so the extreme long range stuff, to PRS, NRL Hunter, those types of classes. I offer a 3-day long range class. I just did one last weekend. I had my students in 9 rounds. I put 3 students on at a mile.
Okay, sign me up. I want to do that. It sounds fun. Yeah, no, long range, man, is let's touch on that. So long range, I've only shot long range a few times. So I got family out in Wyoming, which is where you're actually located.
Yep.
Not too far from them, so that's actually kind of cool. So the longest I've shot is 800 yards.
Okay.
It was only at a rock, so I don't even know if I hit it. But
you're in the game.
I'm in the game.
We'll get you there.
So, but long range it's a different ball game, isn't it?
It is. There's a lot of math. It's a lot more of a patient sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I say patient, but you're put under time, and you've got to perform, and you got to do it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really, as much as it is my passion, that is a small part of what I do. Primarily, like I said, I do defensive pistol, defensive rifle. Probably the most fun class that I do, we work with the college, local community college, and we offer women's defensive clinics. So we do similar format to what we're doing here at the NOC Train and Learn, where we've got several different instructors teaching different disciplines, and everybody rotates through the stations. And I do the defensive pistol part of that, and it's probably the most fun thing that I teach. And then it's a top of the funnel class for the women there. They get exposure to what's actually available to them for defensive training. Because let's face it, the world's getting scary.
I'll agree with you on that one for sure. Man, listen, you get your hands into a lot of different things. I like it. So we were talking, and you have something really cool. I really think really piqued my interest, and I think people need to know about it. And I want to share it with my students. I was talking to one of my buddies about it. Once I heard about it, he's like, I want to know more.
Okay.
You have LUCID Optics that offer a blue reticle.
Yes. So
what is the theory behind that blue reticle? Why? And like, I know it's a science. We were literally just talking about it, so it's a science. But like, what's the advantage of that, and that you see a difference with students?
Okay. So bringing in LUCID Optics, they are a sponsor of mine. I work very closely with them. We offer a lot of package deals with our classes and stuff. But yeah, I've been working with them for several years now. And one of the things that they are starting to move to is moving all of their illumination and reticles to blue. Now, there is a lot of science behind that. And one of the biggest things is that a surprising number of people are colorblind. So they have a very, very difficult time picking up those red and green dots.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that red and green are bad.
No.
But blue is better. And it's better for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's better with our own biological night vision. So when our eyes adjust to the dark and we get flashed with a white light, the first color that's going to come back is blue. It's also a calming color. So red to the human eye is an alert color.
Right.
What that does, and especially in a illuminated spectrum, is it causes our eyes to vibrate. And that's why you're never going to get a crisp, clean dot with red. It's always a little splotchy, right? Blue doesn't do that because it's calming to us. You can actually look through a blue illuminated reticle for a lot longer without any kind of irritation. Lastly, it's very compatible with night vision. I lost it.
It's been a long weekend.
It has. Yeah, totally lost it.
That's okay. It's okay. My question is, what about people with stigmatism? Is that affected?
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yep, you nailed it. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So
perfect.
That's the other thing. So people with astigmatism are still going to get that crisp, clean dot because the stigmatism is unaffected by that blue. Like I said, it's calming color.
Okay. Yeah, well, you have one of those here, don't you?
I have a couple of examples.
Okay.
I wish this event would have been a week later. I could have brought a third example. One of the things that what I have with me, I have a blue illuminated. It's a 4-power prismatic. It's called the P8.
Okay.
If anybody that knows Mike DeSargo, he has named it the Harry Potter 8 because the thing is magic. And the way they were able to do this is they set the focal plane at such a point to where you can run a 4-power, fixed power prismatic, both eyes open at room distance and still have the reticle come through clear.
Yeah. And that's when I looked through the other day. Yeah. So I looked through that thing and I was extremely impressed by that. I'm gonna actually go put it to the test here in a little bit, but yeah, that blue has really caught my attention. I'm really digging that. So, and you know, we've been talking all weekend about long range stuff. You're not far from my in-laws out in Wyoming, and I'm definitely looking to come out there and do some training. Definitely long range. When it comes to long range, what are you like? Certain caliber you're looking for? 5.56, 308, 6.5. Like, what do you recommend?
I ran a class last year where I had the gamut from 224 Valkyrie to 300 Win Mag in the same class. So basically, and here's the thing, I want to try and demystify it for people. It's not rocket surgery.
Right.
I mean, it kind of sort of is because ballistics, but you can do the same things, and we work at what we consider to be mid-range. So that 400 to 1,000 yards, you can do that with just about any modern caliber.
Right.
But once you get those basics down, then you can start pushing further. Because of the facility that we worked at, like the 300 Win Mag that we had in class, we couldn't push it to its limit. Now, we did have an opportunity about a month later. We were all down to Whittington Center. We got on their EOR range, and we had that thing out to like past 2,000 yards.
Wow.
So we started to see kind of the limits of the caliber. But that's what I really try to do, and that's always the question that I ask at the end of class is, okay, do you understand where your limitations are, what you're capable of? Do you understand what your equipment is capable of?
Right. That's cool. Yeah, long range is one of my weaknesses, so I'm definitely going to check it out. Where can people find you at, man?
www.WyoTac.com. I'm also on Instagram at WyoTac. Facebook is Wyoming Tactical. And if you are looking for a little bit of hilarity for your Thursday morning commutes, you can look on Podbeam. We have a podcast up there called Dear Shooter, DEAR, where we kind of make fun at some of the idiocy of the industry and hopefully help newer shooters avoid some of the pitfalls.
Oh, my Thursday mornings just got way better. That'll make my drives at work a lot more fun. But yeah, man, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the lessons yesterday, man. It was great. I really enjoyed your instruction, and looking forward to coming out and doing some training with you out in Wyoming, man.
Sounds good.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.